Okay, so here's a video about conjugates. There's 3 examples. Actually, really just 2 examples. Which is I, J, and then I'm going to talk to you about K, L, and then number 2. It's going to be a pretty quick video so I can get it uploaded. Because uploading from home, which I am home still sick with the flu, so I'm trying to get this done for you guys before 9 o'clock. So I got about 20 minutes to get this recorded. So in order to do conjugates, remember we have to get rid of the radicals in the denominator. So we have a plus sign here, so we need to have a negative sign. So we're going to multiply by 2 minus the square root of 3 over 2 minus the square root of 3. So when I multiply, there we go. So on the top, I'm going to have 5 times 2 minus the square root of 3 over 2 plus square root of 3 times 2 minus the square root of 3. Just like what we did with the i's, you can just square the first and the last and subtract them. There would be no i's, but I'm just going to make sure I multiply them through. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times the negative root 3 is negative 2 root 3. 2 times the positive root 3 is plus 2 root 3. And root 3 times root 3 is a root 9, which is 3 minus 3 over 10 minus 5 root 3. On the bottom I get 4 minus, these cancel out, 4 minus 3, so my answer is just 10 minus 5 square roots of 3. Because it's over 1, so my answer is just that value there. If you have it over 1, I won't be frustrated or anything with that. I'd preferably not write it like that, but if it makes you happy, do it that way. So J, you do the square root of 3 minus 4, because you want to cancel things out, so you just have to change the negative. So 6 minus the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 minus 4. Square root of 3 minus plus 4 times square root of 3 minus 4. So on the top I would have 6 root 3. Negative root 3 times the positive root 3 would be a minus 3. 6 times the negative 4 is a negative 24. Negative root 3 times the negative 4 would be a plus 4 root 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 9. This times this is negative 4 root 3. This times this is positive 4 root 3. And then 4 times a negative 4 is a negative 16. So simplifying this, cancels out here. 9 minus 16 is a negative 7 over 6 root 3 and 4 root 3 is 10 root 3. Now it's positive. Negative 3 minus 24 is a negative 27. And you can just leave your answer like that, and that's fine. So coming back to L or K real quick, make sure that when you have squaring, you actually break it down. So square root of 5 times square root of 5 is square root of 25, which is 5, or the square roots just cancel out. Square root of 5 times the negative square root of 11 is a minus square root of 55, because they're underneath radicals, so you can multiply them. This here as well is going to be a negative square root of 55. And then a negative square root times a negative square root of 11 is going to be a positive 11. So this becomes 5 plus 11, which is 16. 2 square roots of 55 is a minus 2 root 55. On number 2, or L, break this down into 2 square roots. So I would break this down to square root of 2 over square root of 5y. And when you do simplification, square root of 5y, square root of 5y, these cancel each other out, so you're left with 10y underneath. And this becomes square root of 5y underneath. Because square root of 5y times square root of 5y, they cancel out and just give you 5y. And then 2 times 5y gives you 10y. So that would be your final answer there. Word problem, don't worry about it. Just skip it for now. So that's the day 2 lesson. Do the conjugates. 37 through 58, do conjugates. If this is different than what your book says, or what your paper says, do what your paper says. I don't have that with me today, so do your best.